Ikuzo. Looking back, is there anything you wish you could have done differently, maybe with this role of Officer Crabtree? Or what were some of the biggest challenges that you encountered on the set of Allo Allo?
I can't think that there's anything I would have done differently, but I can give you an example of really what the main thing I had to concentrate on was, and I can tell a story against myself, if you like, because because it was when we used to film in the early series, we would film on location, filmed, and so anything that you saw outside in the forest or in the chateau or somewhere else, by a railway line, there's ones with it. They were all filmed in a block of filming that lasted for 3 weeks. And then we would go into the studios in London and rehearse and do one episode a week. And so studio audiences would be there. That laughter is real, 350 yeah, 350 people watching it. And so we would record that in one night, and they would slot in all the pre-filmed parts. So you could perhaps see me walking across the village square to Cafe Rene, and then about to open the door. And that could have been filmed a month ago. And then I'm walking through the door on the set. So that's how it was all put together. They would show that previous scene on monitor screens in the studio. And it was a continuous thing so that each scene blended together. So that's how we did it. But we didn't know. Everybody was I know when I joined the company, and this character with this way of, because it was written as I was supposed to say it. So, with all the wrong spelling of the thing, getting the things the wrong way around.
And you were as well, sorry to interrupt you, but you were as well fluent in French at the time, right?
Well, no, particularly, I studied it at school and at university, but I never used it enough. But I can speak French, and with a not bad accent, so it was difficult to kind of not. But of course, I'm really speaking a kind of mixed up English, with a French accent, but yeah. So, but we didn't know if it was going to work until that first episode where I first appeared. Everybody had, their fingers crossed and thinking that it would. And I thought it had a good chance because I thought it was a brilliant idea. Well, it did work really well. And then the next week, so we're rehearsing my second episode, and I had a scene with Rene, and I'm in the cafe and I'm rehearsing it, and I noticed that David Croft, producer, director, as well as writer, was watching, and he didn't look very happy when I was walking. I could see, I was doing this thing. He looked quite annoyed. And at the end, when I went through the scene, he said, yes, we'll try that again. And this time, Arthur, don't come on knowing you're going to be funny. Now that is the best acting note I've ever been given in my life. And David Croft never used to give you a note if it was not necessary. He gave very few notes. But if he gave you a note, you'd better do it.
Yeah.
Because all his successes and decades of it, all of his experience, and that was the key to doing Crabtree, because the whole thing about him is he doesn't realize he's speaking back. And the second you got that kind of wait till you hear this look on your face, do you know what I mean? It goes. So half of the success was be absolutely serious always. I have good news, and looking around and all of that business, all of that, which everybody else did as well. But, and saying something with absolute seriousness and never even suggesting, with your cheeks. Well, okay, that's the job, but that's the big, and I am proud of the fact that having had that, I have to say, devastating note from David Croft, I never was given that note again. And I actually think in later series, people were in the cast a bit kind of overdoing it, which you've got to be. Whereas my favorite character in the show, and I used to often be with her, was Michelle of the Resistance. So Kirsten Cook, I just thought her performance was brilliant, and she was always dead serious. She would come up, listen very carefully, say this only one. It was wonderful, wonderful. And I often came on with her, and she would castigate me for my stupidness, and all of that. She would really.
We stay genuine, uncensored and unscripted, and we always will, as we have to order our usual. Share us and subscribe us, and stay tuned until the next Wednesday. Ikuzo!